You've seen the videos, you've heard the promises. Speak English fluently in just 90 days. It's a huge claim, and it is everywhere online. And it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? So today, we're going to break down that promise and figure out what's really possible.
So that brings us to the big question. Can you really go from being a total beginner to fluent in just about 3 months? Let's find out if this is for real or if it's just another one of those internet myths.
Well, it turns out the entire answer really hangs on how we define one very specific and surprisingly tricky word, and that word is fluency. To get on the same page, let's use an official standard. It's called the Common European Framework of Reference, or just CEFR for short. Now, as you can see, the level most experts agree is fluent is B2. And notice what it says. It's not about being perfect. It's about being able to have a spontaneous, comfortable conversation with native speakers. That's a pretty high bar to clear.
And this brings us to the honest truth. Hitting that B2 level of fluency from scratch in just 90 days? Yeah, it's just not realistic for most people. But hey, don't click away, because the good news is you can still make absolutely incredible progress in that time.
So let's set a better, more achievable goal. Instead of chasing that idea of perfect fluency, let's aim for something that's super valuable, reaching a solid, conversational level of English. In those CEFR terms, we're talking about level B1.
So, what does B1 actually feel like? Well, it means you can handle most situations when you're traveling. You can talk about your day, your experiences, your plans. You really become an independent user of the language. This level is a huge accomplishment, and it is absolutely something you can achieve in 90 days.
Okay, let's just look at the raw numbers for a second. According to Cambridge English, getting to that B1 level from zero takes somewhere between 350 and 400 hours of learning. As you can see from the chart, that's a massive jump. So the real question is, how in the world do you fit 400 hours of learning into just 90 days?
Well, it comes down to this. To hit that 400-hour mark, you would need to dedicate anywhere from 3 to, get this, 8 hours every single day to learning. I mean, that is basically a full-time job. It's a huge commitment for sure, but it is possible.
Now, there's one other thing to think about: how close your native language is to English. So take a look. For a Dutch speaker, the sentence structure and a lot of the words are pretty similar. But for a Japanese speaker, the grammar, the sounds, the word order, it's all completely different. This language distance definitely affects how quickly you can pick things up.
All right, you're committed, you're ready. So what's the plan? Month 1 is all about creating a solid foundation. You can't build a house on sand, right? So let's look at your daily missions for these first 30 days.
Okay, here's your daily checklist for month 1. You're going to learn a small batch of new words every single day, but don't just memorize them. Try to use them. Keep the grammar super simple. Get your ears tuned to English by listening to songs or podcasts. And the most important thing, start speaking. Even if it's just to yourself. Describe what you're doing. I am making coffee. The goal here is just consistency. We're not aiming for perfection.
Okay, we are moving into month 2. You've built your base, and now it's time to start building on top of it. This is where you'll really begin to connect ideas and sound a lot more natural.
So in month 2, you're going to start connecting your ideas into longer sentences. Start reading short articles and then try to explain what you just read in your own words. Writing a little bit every day helps a ton too. And finally, we're going to add a really powerful new technique for your pronunciation. It's called shadowing. Let me show you how it works.
So what exactly is shadowing? It's super simple, but it is incredibly effective. You just listen to a short bit of audio from a native speaker, you pause it, and then you repeat exactly what you heard. And you try to copy their pronunciation, their rhythm, their melody. This is one of the best ways to improve your accent and just sound more natural.
All right, we are in the home stretch, the final 30 days. This whole month is about one thing: activating your English. You've built the foundation, you've expanded your skills, now it's time to put it all into practice and build some real confidence.
So in this final month, you have to start having real conversations. Find a language partner online, talk to a friend, whatever it takes, just for 10 or 15 minutes a day. Also, try to train your brain to think in English by just narrating your day inside your head. It might feel weird at first, but try recording yourself speaking to hear how you sound, and then challenge yourself. Pick a topic and give a short 2-minute presentation on it.
So after 90 days of all this hard work, what's the real secret to success?
It's not about having a perfect vocabulary or flawless grammar. It's something else.
It really all comes down to this. The goal is confidence, not perfection. Especially in that third month, you have to be okay with making mistakes. Because the more you speak, mistakes and all, the more your confidence is going to grow.
I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. Real language skill is built through practice, through just trying and failing and trying again. It's not about waiting until you think you're perfect to finally start speaking.
So let's do a super quick recap of your 90-day roadmap. Month 1, you build your foundation with words and basic grammar. Month 2, you expand your skills with longer sentences and cool techniques like shadowing. And month 3, you activate your English and build that real-world confidence.
So look, while becoming fluent in 90 days might be a bit of a myth, reaching a confident, conversational B1 level is a very real, very achievable goal. You have the roadmap. Your 90 days start now. So tell me, what's the first word you're going to learn?